Hello everybody, good afternoon. Gosh, we're busy today. I thought it'd be really quiet today because it's such a lovely day. Hi Angela, Mary and Tina and Angela and Steph and Anne, hello to you. We've got on Facebook Jean, June, Jackie, hello, Helen, Carol, hello to you too, Mandy, Geraldine. Oh, you've missed us, Jill, that's nice. I hope you all got the message that obviously you did, that I'm a little bit late to do today. Hi Cher Crevu, Nicola and Christine and Pam. Hi Jen. So I've got, I want to take you through some of the products that I have on Create and Craft tomorrow morning. I have just put a post. Oh, hi Sylvia and Lisa. Morning. Afternoon, Lisa. I've just put a post on Facebook and sent a message to YouTube subscribers about the shows on Create and Craft tomorrow. I'm going to repeat this quite a lot throughout this for new people coming along, but if you have a look on the Create and Craft website for the panels, please don't buy them because the prices are astronomical. They're going to drop tomorrow morning at 11:15. So the show's at 11 o'clock in the morning on Create and Craft, and if you're interested in buying anything, then please tune in quite quickly. The prices will drop at, they say 20 to 11, so keep an eye on that. Not a lot I can do about that, but they just don't buy them at the moment. But do go and have a good look around. Hi Christine and Claire, hello to you too. I want to say thank you to you. My book, the Half Yard Winter Collection. So this was launched on Create and Craft on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, and you know what you like. We sold out of the stock that Create and Craft had, but then you go to Amazon, don't you? And what you've gone and done is sent it up to, at the moment, it's at number 9 in hot new releases of all books, which is something that I'm really excited about because that's quite something. So thank you for that. We do have them on pre-order on the website. I can't send them out at the moment because Create and Craft had an exclusive for 2 weeks. But they are available to pre-order if you want to. And if you order from the website, from my website, debbieshawsewing.com, and you want them signing, then just put in the, what does it say, extra information or something like that when you go to place your order at checkout, and put in there who you want it signing to, and I'll sign it for you then. But we'll get them out as soon as we possibly can. But thank you for that. It's something that I'm really rather proud of. Hi Alison, hi Melissa. And Anne, thank you. Hi Barbara, thank you Lisa. Oh, thank you Angela. Oh, morning, says Nancy. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What time is it with you in Orlando? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon over here. Rather warm, I have to say. I'm not complaining. Janet's received a pink parcel with Hannah's Flowers bundle. Oh, Janet, what are you going to make with it? Is that going to be... if that's an awful lot of fabric, you're going to make a quilt with it. That would be wonderful. Hi Yvonne, Michelle, hello to you too. Hi Olive, thank you very much. Thank you Sarah. How was the party? No, not exactly swinging from chandeliers because it was outdoors, but it was very nice. It's lovely to catch up with all of the. If you weren't aware, the reason that I'm late today is because it was the Search Press annual do last night, and me and Gary went down there, and yeah, it was really nice to catch up with everybody. Met Matthew Palmer for the first time. He's another one of their very popular authors with watercolour. Very nice chap. Had a very nice chat with him. Hi Darren, hi Karina, Vicky, hello to you. Hi Stephanie. She's got a book on pre-order. Is that Gary in front of me? Oh, can you see him? Yes, it was.
Hi.
Oh, you must be in a reflection in the pictures.
Oh right, yes, that's me.
That's him. He's still setting up the lighting. We're a bit late. 9:05 a.m. in Colorado. Have you tried the zip wire? No. Kim went on it and scraped a bum. Vienna's been on it. Loved it. Hi Tina, and been busy making more summer hats, says Alan. Lovely. Made quite a load of those, haven't you? Forgot the time was changed. Oh, Ellen, were you waiting this morning? Sorry about that. I tried to give you notice. Tricia can't wait for her book to arrive. Good, thank you very much. So again, it is on pre-order. I do actually have all the books all labelled up and ready to go. I'm just not allowed to post them out yet. But it was quite, I was quite taken aback, because apparently it's no book from Search Press has ever been so high in the Amazon charts as this one has, and they made an announcement and everything. It was quite something. So anyway, thank you for that, because that's all because of you, and I just want you to know I'm really grateful. Okay, I'm not going to take you through tons of fabric. Hi, Kate. What I do want to show you, and I'm going to do a little demo with this as well. I'm just going to make a little pouch really quickly just to show you. The firm fleece that we sold out of almost instantly is now available again on the website. It's not on pre-order. It is, I think it may say it's on pre-order on the website. It isn't actually now in stock. If you haven't seen it before, it's about the thickness of an H640, but it's stiff. This is sew-in. It's kind of mouldable, but it's really easy to sew. Now we have, it has been tested. You can, this is hot iron, hot, get the light on, where have you gone? Honestly, hot iron, no problem to iron it. It doesn't shrink when it's washed. It is a polyester, it's really hard wearing, it's really easy to sew. That light on, look, hot iron, and it's a delight to work with. This is the firm fleece that I used for the overnight bag on the Half Yard Club website, and I know a lot of you have been buying it just to make this bag with, so yes, it is back in stock now. I've also used it, I'll show you these kits in just a sec. This is it inside here, so again it's soft, but it keeps its shape really, really well, and I've used it to make storage boxes, and I've used it to make pyramid pouches, but it's really nice. And it's very affordable as well. So it's £7.99 for half a metre. It is 60 inches wide, which is 150, and it comes in pre-cut half metre pieces. But it's just, I'm so glad I found it. It's just an amazing product. Curtain thermal stuff. It's not thermal, but it's that, I think it's a little bit thicker than that. But if you wanted an alternative, a more affordable version of Bosal foam to give a stiffness to a bag, then that's the one to go for. We brought this, we had hundreds of them, and we sold out like in minutes. Then we brought them back in stock. Then we brought them back again on pre-order. We've had a couple of pallets of the stuff arrive. So yes, we've got plenty in stock now. So just to let you know. Steph's just started the first quilt from the club. Oh, we've got any new club members, by the way. Come and let me know. I'm going to say hello to you if you're a new club member. I'm going to show you those in just a second, Angela. That's what's coming up on Create and Craft tomorrow. Can somebody remind me how to find the talk through Debbie did on all the different interfacings? Oh, can't remember when that was, Hilary. Maybe somebody can post on there. I might have put it in the description if you have a look under the videos on my Facebook page. Can't remember. Hello Nancy in Connecticut, welcome along today. Right, so that's that, back in stock, and we've got loads, thankfully. Now the shows tomorrow on Create and Craft. Okay, joined last week, welcome along, I hope you like it. Thank you, Lisa. Right, the show on Create and Craft tomorrow morning. I know I've just said it, but there's a few hundred more of you now than there were then. If you have a look on createandcraft.com, you'll see all of the new fabric panels that I'm going to be bringing you. And there's an amazing fabric bundle, which when you look at it, you're going to think that's expensive. Do not buy it now. I don't even know if you can, but don't even try to buy it now. Stick it in your basket and wait until 11:15 tomorrow morning, and the price will drop down substantially. So just to let you know, I don't want any sales before the show. You've got to do it just before then. And this is what I'm going to be bringing you. So the panels with the yellow spot, and when you have a look, you'll see what we've actually done. That's the panel. These are my own sketches in watercolour. And you have 6 47cm square blocks. And this panel will come to you with instructions on how to make a cushion cover and on how to make a tote bag. And there's plenty, well, they've got 6. So you can make 4 cushion covers and 2 tote bags, but you will need extra. So the panel comes with instructions. And then on top of that, or as a different product, is the finishing kit. And the finishing kit will be the yellow spot fabric. You'll have 4 zips for 4 cushions. You'll have 2 magnetic snaps for 2 bags, and you will have some of the firm fleece to make the bags with as well. So that's in a separate item. And the reason we separated it is because we put the whole thing together. It could be quite expensive, and maybe you've already got your own stuff at home. So you don't have to buy the finishing kit to make them if you've got your own things at home. So that one's beach huts. And then, got so much stuff here to show you. This one is bird houses, so that's on this side. And it's the same deal, so you get your 6 47cm squares, all watercolour painted by my good self. And the instructions come with the panel to make the cushion cover and the bag. The same cushion cover and bag as that one, which are these. And then you'll find a finishing kit as well, so if you wanted to make everything that you see, I mean there's only 2 cushions there because I ran out of space. But in the finishing kit you'll actually have over 1.5 meters of spot fabric, and 2 magnetic snaps, and 4 15-inch zips, so that you can literally make, oh, and the fleece to make everything that you see there. So that when, if you see on their finishing kit to make that, that's what it is. It's everything that you need to make it. Thank you, Lisa. Then, so that's those ones. This is my favourite, which you may have seen before because I did bring this panel out a couple of years or so ago. This is my Robins panel, Robins on bobbins. And I'm going to show you this from up above because I love it, if I say so myself. Whoops. And again, this is my own scribblings. And it's got 4 sections to it, so you've got 4 prints, just over 1 metre long. So there's the robins with the shadow, you've got the robins sitting on the bobbins, and then the paler one there, which is just like a skeleton or an outline of them, and then you've got the stripe. So this panel will come with instructions on how to make this. You may have seen that before, but you get the instructions with it, on how to make the little drawstring bag with the plique. There will be instructions on how to make the curved top tope, which is a download on my website, but this is different sizes because the one on the website was too big for the panel and I wanted you to be able to make everything out of that panel. And this. So that one panel will make all of these. You will need extra for lining. So you'll make that, you get the instructions for that, and 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 the panel, right? So that's that one. Then there will be a finishing kit, which I haven't got, which will be the firm fleece and 1/2 metre of blue fabric to coordinate, and a zip, and 1 magnetic snap. So to make everything, the only thing that you need to add is a ribbon for the drawstring bag. So that's what it is. That's the Robins panel in instructions, and then you'll see finishing kit. Everything else is the finishing kit on there. Tina, if we have any left, the Robins, I think we will. The only thing is, Create and Craft like an exclusive. So they'll either have an exclusive for a week or 2 weeks, or they'll have an exclusive bundle. So what we've done here is put together exclusive bundles. So they won't be on my website for a week, but when they do come back, it won't be the same bundle. We might just put everything together. It's got to be something a little bit different. That's just the way they work, which I think is quite understandable. That's the fabric that I made the bag out of. There was the baby bag on Half Yard Club, which is still on there. And I've had a load of, because you have the fabric printed and then it just goes away, you don't see it again. And I had so many questions about where to get that fabric from, then that I had it reprinted. So that's what made that one. So you'll see that again if you watch tomorrow morning. And she says, where do I get the time to do the painting as well as everything else? I wish there were more days in the week, honestly. It's driving down to to the party yesterday, which is about a 3-hour drive from here, I started designing my next Christmas fabric range for Craft Cotton Company, which is probably way overdue. So that, not while I was driving, Gary was driving. So yeah, I just fill up all the time, basically. But I wouldn't know what else to do. Do you know? And it's lovely to sit in the sun, and I do pull a few weeds out because I can't just sit still. But I have to keep doing things. I can't imagine just not doing anything. So there's plenty of time in 24 hours, particularly when you don't sleep very well and you're up at 4 in the morning. Who graduated on Monday? Linda Williams, not able to stop long. My daughter graduated on Monday and we're going out for you've gone. A meal at 5. Oh, tell her congratulations from all of us, Linda. I'm sure everybody says the same as me. Hi, GB Lost from Kansas. Joy's in Northern Ireland. Oh, Jean's. Oh, did you get it, Jean? Oh, I'm glad you like it. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Deirdre. Is there enough in the panel robins to make the baby bag? Yes, you will need. I'll show you what I did with this one. It's been a while since I made this. What did I do? I used all the panels. I've actually got a cushion inside there to make it look nice. Yes, that's why it's got the lining in one of the panels, and then that in another panel, and the front and back of that panel, and the side bits are another. Yes, there would be enough, but I did use extra for the straps. So yes, I remember doing that. It was a while ago I made that. Really like that. And with the tan buckles, we've got the tan buckles on the website as well, on the Debbie Shaw website. Hello, Annette. Annette. Our puppy gets me up. That's it. Oh, Tina, you don't mind that. Christine sleeps better now she's retired. The older I get, the worse I sleep. I was up the other morning because Bobbin gets up in the middle of the night to go out sometimes, and she got up at 11:30 when I'd just gone to bed. 5:30. Just I may as well get up now. Sitting there awake all that time. I'm glad you like it, Annette. That's a Half Yard Club member project. So I'm getting rather warm. The only other thing that I wanted to show you from the show tomorrow. Remember, these are all create and craft tomorrow. So if there's any left, we'll put them on the website. If there aren't any left, we'll have them reprinted, so it may take a few days. And yes, we will have them on the website, but it may take a few days. You get then, and they'll have to be the same price as well. I can't undercut them, which is understandable. This is the big bundle. So in here, this is the one. It's over £70 on the website at the moment. Don't buy it; it will go down. In here, you will have. We haven't split this up into finishing kits and everything. You get the lot. You've got 1/2 metre of bosal. You've got 4 half-metre fabrics. 3 of them are. There 3 or 4 of those. Hang on a minute. Made this up a while ago. Vintage sewing machines, plain cotton. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 half metres of fabric. 3 are my birds and bobbins fabric. 1 of them is a plain that coordinates. You'll have 2 zips in here as well, and you've got a full set of instructions to make a pyramid pouch, to make a storage box, which is nicely quilted. This is all using your bosal. You'll have instructions to make a sewing machine mat, and you will have instructions to make a sewing machine dust cover with a handle on the top as well. And there's enough fabric in that whole bundle to make all of these. In fact, there's enough to make 2. The zips in the bundle are white, not brown. But you will be able to make all of these things from that one bundle, or you can use the fabric for something else and make these out of something else. That's up to you. But that's what you're getting in that kit. So that's going to be the main bundle for tomorrow. So that's Create and Craft tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. I did, if you're on Facebook, the previous post, I did put all of the numbers where you can watch the show. And I did send out a message to YouTube subscribers as well. But if you're not a subscriber, have a look on my Facebook page, and it'll give you all of the channel numbers. There's Freeview and Sky, and can't remember what the other 2 are, but they're all on there. Hi, Sharon. talking to each other. Sorry, I feel like I'm intruding sometimes. Right, what time, Craig? 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, Shirley. I should be there with Paola. I've not worked with her before. They will have some of my books on the show as well, but they're not signed. I think that's it. I can't remember what else is on there. I think that was it. But those are the four main things anyway. So we've got Beach Hut, Birdhouse, Robins, and Big Birds and Bobbins fabric bundle. Right, what I was going to show you, because we need to do a bit of sewing, don't we? I'm just going to do a small quick project using this fleece, because I had so many questions about it. It is something very new. I had an email from a lady in Australia that was saying, what can I find over here? Oh, I know, Lisa. What can I find over here that is similar? And I don't know of anything similar. I don't know of any brand that makes anything like this. So it's quite an incredible find, really. And it's great for making the bigger projects, and it's easy to use. But I just want to show you how easy it is to use on small projects as well, because that's something where very stiff interfacing, maybe like a Decaville Heavy, you wouldn't want to use because it's going to be difficult to sew, difficult to put zips in, and difficult to turn through. So I just thought I'd do that. Sewing meant to type. I love it when you talk to each other. So I've just got a couple of pieces of the bobbins fabric. You know what I'm doing, don't you? I'm prepping another sample for my show tomorrow. So I've just got a couple of pieces of this and a zip and some of the coordinating fabric as well. And I do need to cut that down a little bit. Oh, I've had to tidy up. Right. And my cutting mat and ruler right over there. So you have a look really closely for a minute at that bobbins fabric. Well, I just pop over here and find my rotary cutter and mat. Still with you. In voice, if not in person. Just coming back. There we go. Oh. Yeah, Lisa. Right, so let's pop that there. So really easy. I'm just going to cut 4 pieces. These are scraps of fabric, so they're not going to take up very much. And I've got 2 pieces of the coordinating fabric here. Let's put those behind because that's bigger. And because it's just scrap leftover fabric, I hadn't planned any particular measurement. So I'm just going to make this as big as I can. Okay. There's my ruler. Right, I've got that. I haven't got my ruler. As this is getting to be a bit of a bad habit, because I'm coming here almost every week saying a bit disorganised today. But I'm a bit disorganised today. That one will do. So many rulers lying around. I'll use that one. Right, here we go. So as long as my zip's longer, I'm going to tuck the zip into the end of the pouch. It's only a little makeup bag, but deliberate to show you how easy that fleece is to use. Tidy, I know, Sarah. I tidy up every day, to be honest, but whoops. I'm blaming my daughter. She uses the studio as well, so I'm just blaming her. So let's see, I've got a little split there. So let's make this shorter than that, obviously. So let's go there. This is going to be quite big actually for something made from scraps. I should probably make another one in the show tomorrow. And I'm saving these because this part of the bag is what I use for the applique. On that, and it really sets it off, because as a plain bag, that's nice, you know, it's nice, but that just really sets it off. And in fact, when I showed the Create and Craft Club buyers the bag, the first thing they said was, oh, that robin's nice. So it just makes a difference. So hang on to these little bits. Lorraine, difficult to make a tutorial on how to make trousers without a pattern. And there's so many different patterns out there, but I'll put some thought into it. Today's the first time I actually managed to catch you live. Hello Samantha, welcome along. Enjoy it so much, thank you. And you're in Kingman in Arizona. Oh, in the US of A. We're live later on a Wednesday as well at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, if that's better for you. Oh, Denise in bed with cold? No. Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon. Right, snip that bottom off there. Did I go through? I think I might need a new blade. Or maybe a bit more pressure. There's my bin. And then that one across there. Like so. Is that coffee?
Do you know you were saying you'd like a gin and tonic?
I didn't say I'd like a gin and tonic. That's Lisa's telling everyone I've had too much gin and tonic.
Okay, here's the coffee. You got your mat?
Yeah, thank you.
Got it?
Thank you. Yeah, I'll put that down there.
Anyone else, or you by yourself?
Don't ask them. They're not into coffee in the afternoon. They're into whiskey and gin and Bailey. You know what they're like, this lot. You know what you like. If you watch the live that we did last Wednesday, you're rude as well. You lot are rude. I did show you pictures of naked ladies though, didn't I? Oh, I'm going to get Facebook giving me warnings in a minute. They do that. Entirely blaming you, Lisa Fenn. See, Alice wants a latte. That's quite posh, isn't it? Yes. And Lynn wants a piece of cake. Oh, Carl, I'm not feeling very smart, feeling very sticky at the moment. I have got an air conditioning unit in here, which has been on all day long. And the minute you turn it off, it's like hot. So, that's what it is. I'm not complaining. So, that's that. So, it's going to be quite a nice, maybe a pencil case, this one. That kind of Bailey's. Christine, really. And Francesca Lovemiji, honestly. Snowball. Oh, I haven't had a snowball for a long, long time. American, is that coffee, Janet? Somebody wants Prosecco. Who's that? Yes, Janet, I had a lovely time, thank you. It was really nice to catch up with everybody. Search Press are in Tunbridge Wells, which is about a 3-hour journey from here, so we don't go down very often. And what they do is they have their sales conference on a Friday throughout the whole day. They have all of their reps coming from all over the world, and then on the Friday night they have a party for everybody. So it was really lovely to meet up with people from all over the world that worked there. It was really, really nice. And then they made an announcement in the middle of the sales conference apparently about how far up the charts my book's gone. Oh, they had to widen the doors to let my ego out before we left. Honestly, it was wonderful. But that's thanks to you. I had a message from Caroline this morning just saying you're a star. So no, it's teamwork. It's not me. It's me and them and you. Because I can't do it without you. If I didn't buy a book, I wouldn't get anywhere, would I? What are their hearts behind me? Oh, now then, scooting backwards. That was my leather chairs, faux leather chair squeaking. These sounds bad, doesn't it? I should have got up and walked. You hear that? These are storage boxes, and these are the second project for Half Yard Club members. Those will be out on the 15th with the patterns to make 2 different sizes of them. So this one is a perfect size to keep dressmaking patterns in. And the smaller one, I'm actually, whoops, there you go, get back. The smaller one, I'm keeping my overlocker thread in that one. And I used Deck of a Light on those, but you could easily use your firm fleece. Oh, gnome kits we've got in stock as well on the Debbie Shaw Sewing website. FYI, I want to tell you about that in a bit. I shall come back. Let's get some sewing done. I'd love to see as a project of life you make a basket pincushion. They need a pattern, you know, the ones that are that shape and then they've got a hole in the middle. I think they need a pattern. I'll have a look and see if I can figure something out that doesn't have a pattern for it. Oh, I've just gone way behind on Facebook. Amanda's made a lemon drizzle cake to go with the tea. Aperol Spritz. What's an Aperol Spritz, Claire? Viv fancies a small Guinness in a shot glass. Oh, Guinness. Oh, and Tia Maria and float bait. Oh, Viv. Oh, no. That sounds really sickly. Hi, Susan. Gin and lemon. Got some funny taste, you lot. The book, Judith, is my books that launched on Thursday on Create and Craft. It will be available on my website. They'll come out next week. Send them out early. Don't tell anybody at Search Press, but I'm going to send that. And I was just really chuffed because it's yeah. It's going very high in the charts on Amazon, which is quite unexpected. It is, Cindy. I wasn't going to do a sell on my book, but here you go. It's the Half Yard Winter Collection. It's a compilation, okay? So it is full of projects from other books. I'm making no excuse for that. So if you've seen these projects already, then you won't need the book. But it's just a compilation of things that you might like to sew in winter time, plus 5 new projects. 2 of those new projects are the gnomes, and these are they. So they're quite big. I am going to do a fabric panel with them. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of Eric and Ola. So those are 2 of the new projects. And I have got kits on pre-order on my website for everything apart from the toy filler and the wire in the legs. You don't have to put wire in the legs, but if you do, you'll have to supply that yourself because I can't post that. But that's right. Anyway, we're sewing. I'll tell you actually, with those, I think we've pinpointed about half a dozen that have gone out without 2 sets of noses. You get a piece of peach coloured skin for the noses, and I think there's 6 of you that haven't had 2. You've only had 1. Laura is one of those that let me know this morning. I'm going to send that fabric out, so don't worry about contacting me. I will send it out. The way that it works, if you 1730 buyers, Jeanette, Heartbeesport, where is that? If you were watching the show on Thursday, there was the book and there was the gnome kits. I send the gnome kits out there. The book comes from Search Press, because I've seen a couple of complaints that you've only got the kits, not the book. They don't come out together, they come from different suppliers. If you ordered anything else at the same time as you ordered these from Create and Craft, they will come from another supplier. So Create and Craft don't dispatch, the individual suppliers will, so that's why they arrive at different times. So if you're one of the half dozen people that haven't received the felt, if you get in touch with Create and Craft, they'll come to me, so you may as well just get in touch with me and I'll make sure that's sorted out for you. But I will be sending those out on Monday anyway, so just leave it a couple of days, and if you haven't received it, then let me know then. Anyway, with sewing, I haven't done any yet. Just want to show you how easy this fleece is to use. Yes, I do. Thank you, Rita. And yes, you do. Thank you very much for that. What the fabric on the cushions? The fabric on the cushions behind me, Debbie, are the panels that are going to be on Create and Craft tomorrow morning. My own artwork is these. I'll take you through them again later on if you like, or you can whiz back to the beginning of the video when I showed you all of those. They launch at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can have a look on the Create and Craft website now. Do not buy because the prices are too much. They will drop tomorrow. The patterns will stay the same. If you buy those on their own, they're £7.99, but the rest of them are way, way overpriced, so do not buy them. Yes, you do have to have the book, Lisa. The instructions are in the book. I just put that together because I know so many people wouldn't be able to source all of the fabric that I can to make them, but you do need the book to make the gnomes. Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Teamworks make the dream works. It's true. I've not heard that one, Alison, but that is absolutely true. Lisa, yes, they will. If there's any left after tomorrow's show, they'll go straight onto the website. If they sell out, then I'll have to have more printed, so it may take a few days. But yes, they will be there. They'll be the same price, though. I can't undercut Create and Craft, but I might put different bundles together. Is this a sewing show then? Yes, Chris. It is. We sew on these lives. If Wednesday was the first time you watched, soz. But it was funny, wasn't it? It was fun. Hi, Peter. Oh. Eric and Ola came yesterday. Lovely kit. Oh, your panels are on the website, but you can't buy them. Really, Anne? Paella and wine. I don't think Kim's here, but I don't think she's watching because Vienna's here as well, and we have a paddling pool. But Kim, if you are watching, can you check if the gnome kits are available? Apparently, if they're not, we'll sort it out. They will be back available again in just a second. Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening to that one. So the fleece is not fusible. So if you wanted to use a bit of 505 spray to hold your pieces in place, that would help. So let's do this thing. Let's make this bag. Gin and chips. Oh, Lisa, and dunking them. Who loves to dunk your chips in gin? Had chips last night. I haven't had chips for ages. They had, it's like a horse box, but it was the food thing. And they'd made, are they tortilla? With, terribly bad for you. I had halloumi cheese and then sauces and then salad and then a load of chips on top and then rolled it all up. Oh, it's nice. It's very nice. Okay. Would love a gin, but I'm not out. Oh, Kirsty. When you're off your medication, you can dream of gin. What about the non-alcoholic ones? Because I do quite like the Gordons. It doesn't taste exactly like gin, but it has got a very nice kind of juniper berry tang to it, personally. It's a dress, Rosa. It's a dress with a front from Next. And no, I haven't got it on back to front, if anyone's thinking. It's got a seam at the front and a seam at the back. And I don't know why. I don't know, it looks like I've got it on the wrong way around, but I haven't. Tubs of clip. Oh, talking to each other. Love the conversation that goes on. It is nice though, isn't it? We were talking about this at the party last night. I was talking to another publisher he's actually in electronics, about social media, and I said my whole life revolves around social media, and I wouldn't want it any other way, because it's a way that I get to know my customers that I would never get to know otherwise. I mean, it's okay having a shop, which I don't have, and people walk through the door and you get to know them, but I get to know people in Colorado and in Ohio and in Brisbane and all over the world, purely because of social media and these live chats and getting to know each other there. And I don't know how we got onto that, but I love this, and I love the way that if you're watching, maybe you're one of the people that watch but you don't comment very often, but you'll see that you'll get to know each other as well. And like when Lisa pops up, Lisa's with me every week, most weeks. She's got the spanner that you just be careful with Lisa, because if you say anything wrong, she'll give you a clonk. But people get to know Lisa as well, and then I look on here, and it's in South Africa, Jeanette. Not heard of that one. How do you say Heartbees Port Dam? Heartbees Port Dam. All right. Oh yeah, she got troll spray too. We didn't need troll. That was worse than the trolls on Wednesday, to be honest. I just catch you talking to each other, and I love it. I know a lot of people aren't too fond of social media and Facebook and all that kind of thing, but I think it's brilliant. I've lost my scissors. I've just knocked something on the floor. I've got my cheap scissors that I used last time. I'll just have to use those. Or rotary. Anyway, we're sewing. So what I've done is just put a bit of 505 spray on the back, and I'm going to use a rotary cutter. I lost my scissors last time, and then I walk away from the studio and completely forget, and then come back again 2 days later and I've still lost my scissors. But I suppose, I'm just showing you how well this fleece works. Really easy to cut as well. There you go. Okay, let's do this bit. And to quilt, I'm not going to quilt this because we'll be here all night and you're going to get really fed up of me before long. It wasn't me, Lisa, it was you lot. You're winding me up. All I said was naked ladies, and the next minute we've got go-go dancers from the 60s. Nancy. In cages. Okay, so let's just drop these down to size. And again, the fleece is washable. It's not going to shrink. It's been well and truly tried and tested before we bring it to you. I'm just going to iron that little bit because I don't like working with creasers. Anne's ordered some of the fleece today. It's very different. We sell other fleeces. We have H640, we have H630. I love Bosal. I'm going to be working with Bosal very closely. It's one of my favourite brands. But this is different. It's different to Bosal. It's different to the fusible fleeces because it's the thickness of an H640, but it's firmer. But it's still really, really easy to work with. We can recommend the algaphorol gin. Oh, that sounds nice with elderflower tonic. Really lovely and no headache. No, Joella, I'm just late today because I was partying last night. I didn't go to bed till midnight. Oh, Connie, tequila. I love tequila sunrise. I haven't had one of those for a long time. So anyway, next in fashion. I've not heard of that one, Lorraine. Hi, Deborah. Hello, Sharon in Michigan. She says it's a lovely day. Anne's only got one square of pink felt. Yeah, I'm going to, the ones that are missing, I think I've got you. I think I've got everybody. And I'm going to send them out first class on Monday. So I can't apologise enough about that. For anyone who saved their William Morris fabric and not using it, next sale I send William Morris dress. Oh, have that. I do like the William Morris next things. I wore a William Morris next fabric dress to the party last night, as a matter of fact. Hello, Marianne from Port Alfred in South Africa. The mouse is looking. Oh, there she is. Didn't even know where he'd put it today. Julia, I'm just making a zipped pouch. It tends up quite long and thin because I'd got scraps of fabric, and that's the biggest size I could get from it. But what I really wanted to show you is the fleece. We've sold so much of this over the last couple of weeks. We've sold out, we've pre-ordered, we've sold out of the pre-order, it's in stock. And I just thought, if you're wondering what the fuss is all about, I'd just do a really simple demonstration. Biz likes tequila sunrise as well. Kirsty likes that. Look, we're talking about booze now. At least we're not talking about naked ladies. The kid doesn't mention the 2 felts for the hats. I've got them. Only one's growing fit. Right, okay, we'll sort it. No problem. You can. I use Bosal foam to make a bag, but the fabric is coming away from it. Did you use a hot enough iron, Claire? And steam. Bosal really likes steam. And if you've made the bag and then you find the fabric comes away afterwards, steam it after it's been made, and it should stick it back down again. Do I have a drink problem? It's not me, Peggy, it's you lot. I very rarely, to be honest. You get an answer about an... No, Aperol Spritz. No, I didn't see that. How many times you said it? Do I keep saying naked? Oh, I won't say naked ladies. Should we do some sewing? Let's do some sewing. Right. Should we say naked men instead? That's going to get me banned. I know. I'll have the message from YouTube saying appropriate language, please. Let's put the zip in. So I'm not going to trim this back because it doesn't need it. Although it's really firm, it doesn't actually need trimming. So let's just sew this down here. So I'm going to do the usual thing of having the zip too long, and I'll see you later then, Rosie. Do I? Okay, I'll stop saying that, Alice. We'll say naked men instead. And I'm just going to sew down the centre of the zip with this right side together with the outer fabric. Okay, so where are we over here? Yep, there we go. So I'm moving the needle over to the left so that it's right down the centre of the zip tape. Do you know what I did the other day? I used this to sew a button on and drop the feed dogs, and I didn't actually put them back up again. And I altered the tension and didn't change that. So let's do the job properly, Deborah. So again, just sewing down the side of the zip tape. And then I'll put the lining on the other side. I could give you the measurements, actually, couldn't I? Because I made it from some scraps of fabric, I just tried to make the most of the fabric that I had, so I didn't actually measure it, but it's 12 inches by 6. But this is something, these are so easy to make. You can make them in any size you like. Square, rectangular. Right. Then, lining face down over the top. So I've got the zip trapped in between the two pieces. Then I'm going to sew from the same side, as I can see the stitches down here. So line up the edges of the fabric here, and let's sew straight down here. Almost finished making the sewing machine. Bag has Alice. It has tabs at each end of the zip to make the web made of webbing. I think is essential. The only thing with they're not essential, but it does give you something to grab hold of when you open the zip. It's a bit like this one. It's got 2 little tabs at each end, but when you open it, you've got something to grab onto. That's the reason why they're there. With the, I can't remember the sewing machine bag, I haven't got it here. And these are quite nice to put a D-ring in, so you've got a long strap as well if you wanted to do that. But no, not necessary. I think they're just handy, shall we say. Okay, let's do that. So I've got both pieces sewn to the zip. Samantha says, she never used to sew zippers until I started learning from you. Made it so easy. Oh, thank you. Right. Yes, you could use folded fabric, Alice. And I'm just going to... Oh, I've just missed a bit of that fleece there. Just a sec. Let's just sew that over there again. Just need to get a little bit closer. I must have been reading your comments as I was sewing for that one. That's it, so that's there. And then with the second side, let's take the opposite piece there, and that goes face down over the zip again. And line up the edges of the fabric here. See, with the thicker fleece, with something like an H640, I just need to trim that down a bit, or H630, then you wouldn't need to trim it. If I'm using Bosal with a zip, then I'd trim the foam away from it because it's quite chunky. But with this, you don't. It's heavy, but you don't need to. It's an amazing product. It's derived from magical infusion of botanicals, including orange, rhubarb, herbs, and roots. That's April. I've not heard of that. So lining up the edges here, zip right down over the fabric there, and we're going to sew again down the centre of the zip tape. The thing is, zips, they're in everything, aren't they, Carol? Whether, you know, you're dressmaking, you're bag making, you're making cushion covers. And once you've actually sewn in a zip and maybe tried a couple of different techniques for sewing in zips, you realise how easy it actually is to do it. Invisible zips, I find I get most questions about, people a little bit fearful of getting it wrong or not understanding how they're fitted, and they're the easiest. And I think once they've fitted an invisible zip, everything will have invisible zips in. Right, so that's that on there. So I've got outer fabric on each side of the zip, and then I need to put the second piece of lining on the opposite side of the zip here. So let's fold that back. Right. So right sides together here. How's everybody with you, Sarah? Let's pop there, match up the edges, and again we're going to sew back down here. Like so. I'll show you in a sec. Oh, Church Summer Fair Linda's been to. Right, so we sew all that together. Then I'm going to top stitch each side of the zip, and that'll just make it look nice as well. Now remember, with the fleece, it is washable, it's not going to shrink, it's sewable. If you're going to quilt it, then do that before. When I quilted, I've put it down there and I can't reach it now. I did quilt one of the bags from the show tomorrow, and it's a dream, honestly, to quilt. So let's open this up. oh gosh, it's so warm. And that is like that. I'm just going to give that a quick press. Yes, thank you, Biz. The duffel bag, thank you, Lisa, for posting it. The duffel bag is a Half Yard Sewing Club members project. That's your main project for this month. So if you go along to the link that Lisa's put on there, or you go to halfyardsewingclub.com, you'll be able to have a look at the project. This comes with a video as well, and I think that's really important if you're a new sewer, because something like that can be a little bit daunting. So you don't only just have the photographic step-by-steps and pattern to make it, you only get a pattern for the end bit. You don't need it for the rest, they're all rectangles, but you get all of that, and then you get a video on how to make it as well. So have a look on the club, that's where that one came from. So I'm just going to press this open. So let's press that away from the zip, and then I'm going to sew it as well. That's how easy that is to press too. So just push that away there. So it's been a nice shape, this one. I think I will do it again tomorrow on Create and Craft. That goes there. And then I'm just going to top stitch down each side. Getting very warm in here, I have to say. So back to my normal stitch, and then make it a little bit longer. So I've got my needle back in the centre again. And as I'm sewing, I'm just going to pull the lining away from the zip so it doesn't fold over. And pull the two sides open and sew. And that's going to help keep the fabric away from the zip, because you know the lining wants to curl towards it, so the zip's not going to get caught, or the fabric's not going to get caught in there. But I think it looks nice, a bit of top stitching as well, doesn't it? Really finishes it off. Let's go down this side. Oh, and did her first letterbox zip yesterday and did a dance to celebrate. I don't blame you, Anne. Well done. On the website, no trade. I don't know what the trade name is. It's called Firm Fleece, Laura. Just Firm Fleece. It's not a big brand. It's not a Finalizing or a Bosel or anything like that. It's quite a niche little company that this came from. So that's why it's quite unique. Right, so just sew either side of the zip like so. Okay, then we can chop the ends of the zip off. I'm not going to box the corners on this one. I think it'd make it a bit of an odd shape, to be honest. I'm going to open up the zip and just sew across the two end bits, just to hold those together while we sew the rest of the bag together. Oh, that could have been closer. I'd like those to actually meet. Oh, Jane's following. Hi, Jane, following along. Sewing's almost empty now. Oh, £240. Oh, it's sad to see your sewing stuff go, but great to see your granddaughter arriving, isn't it? It's too hot for her, Angel. It's very hot in here. I was saying earlier, I've got an air conditioning unit which cools it down very nicely, but it's really noisy. So as soon as that goes off, the heat comes up and the dog goes in, which she should do. Okay, then we're going to open this up again with the zip open, and we'll have outer to outer, outer to outer, lining to lining, and we're going to sew all the way around. And again, you could box the corners. You can cut an inch from there in a square if you wanted to. I'm not going to with this one. I'm going to keep it flat, and I think this is going to be a really nice little pouch to keep my paintbrushes in. So I'm just using the edge of my, oh, I'm running out of bobbin thread. I'm using the edge of my foot as a seam allowance. When I come to the zip here, I'm pushing it towards the lining side. Make sure that zip is open when you sew, because we'll need to turn this through. So a little bit slower as you just go over the zip, and then down to the bottom of the lining. And I'll need to leave a turning gap in the bottom here, so we'll sew a little way along reverse back. And I'm actually going to go the opposite direction around here. And there you go. Now when you're using any kind of fleece, whether it's a fusible fleece, HX30, 40, the Lisaline Pallon, Bose will do an amazing fleece, whatever it is you're using, you may feel as though, oh, I've run out of thread, you may feel as though your machine's slowing down a little bit, and it's the friction. So when you're using a fleece like that, you may want to just increase the stitch length a little bit. If you feel it slowing down and your stitches start to look really small, then just increase your stitch length a bit, and that will work fine. Talk amongst yourselves while I just wind my bobbin up. It is easy, Angel. I think the more you, I mean, certainly projects like this are quite simple. On projects where it doesn't really matter if your stitch line isn't incredibly straight, when you can afford a little bit of wobblage. Who is this? Welcome to the live YouTube channel. It's Alan, Grace. That's our Alan. He's got he seems to have a few channels under a few different names, but he's one of our expert sewers who's been a follower of mine for many, many years now. He's a lovely chap. So yes, you'll see him popping up under different guises, but that's who it is. Thank you, Rita. Ooh. Something sounded clunky then, but we seem to be all right now, so we'll carry on. We do have a clunk occasionally. And back down, so just carry on, go. Remember, when you get to the zip, push it to the lining side. And there we go. And back down to the bottom. Oh shit, I hate it. Filling up the bobbin thread is like putting petrol in the car. I try, if I can afford it, to put as much petrol as I possibly can, so I don't have to keep stopping. And so same with the bobbins, I'll fill them right up to the top so you never have to fill it again. I hate filling up the bobbins. Funny, isn't it? Can't work without them, don't like filling them up. Let's snip off these corners. Very blunt scissors, must find my scissors. And then let's turn this the right side out. Right. Wobblage. Yvonne says, wobblage is the word of the week. Most of my work has wobblage. Thank you, Jill. Those are the cushion panels that are going to be on my show on Create and Craft tomorrow. Oh, Rita's got a posh machine that tells her when she's almost out of thread. I need to be shouted at there, Rita. Can you imagine? Thread's almost out. Fill your thread up, Deborah. I just thought it might be quite amusing. I'm just going to sew that opening. Just going to fan myself around there. There's one. To have a machine that talks to you like your sat-nav does. You know, you can get personalised. In fact, you can get them with celebrity names, can't you? But you have a sewing machine that if you sew a wobbly line, it'll say turn around when possible. Right, just going to sew that closed and we'll see what we look like. Rita's ever so posh with a sewing machine that tells her when a bobbin's empty. I could do with one of those, to be honest. Even my big Janome machine that I use doesn't tell me where the bobbin's empty. It just get frustrating. I have left the zip open, Lorraine. Jill, if you have a look at my previous post on Facebook, underneath where you are, it'll give you all of the channel numbers and the times as to when I'm on tomorrow. Amanda, I'm only making a really simple pouch. What I wanted to show you was how well this new firm fleece we have on the website works with it. Let me get my pokey tool out. Just push that out. I'm going to unplug my iron before I forget as well. What machine have you got, Rita? Says Julie on Facebook. Little plique Robin, never seen to. Oh, okay, I can do that, but maybe I can do that tomorrow on YouTube. These channels on Create and Craft. We could do that, couldn't we? Well, there we go. That's what we've got. And I think that's worked really well. And I think that's something that I could use for my Maybe my watercolour pencils or my paintbrushes would keep very well in there. And as I said earlier, you could box the bottom. I kind of like it flat. That would be really useful, I think. Alice says, so you say pokey tool, I say chopstick. I have a pokey tool. I use a knitting needle sometimes. With the, oops, sorry, excuse the back of my head. With the applique, I fuse the Bonder web onto the fabric first and then cut out the shape. And with this one, all I've used is a running stitch on the sewing machine. In white, so you can barely see it. I thought the outline of the robin stands out so much. You don't need to see the stitches. And to be honest, I don't know how close I can get there. It's not perfect, but you can't tell. It doesn't stand out that much because you don't look at the stitches. You look at the robin. But yeah, maybe I can do that on Create and Craft tomorrow. That would make my demo a bit more interesting, and I'll use some of the robin's fabric to do that with as well. Shelley. Tell him it's for a friend. My friend wanted me to order this for her. I'm doing her a favour because her husband wouldn't approve, so I'm doing her a favour. Can't argue with that, can you? That fabric. Yes, Jill. I'll show you really quickly again if you weren't watching earlier on. Cold coffee. I'll run you through really quickly because I don't want to be, oh, buy this, buy this, buy this. But I know if I don't make you aware of where these things are, I'm going to get, where can I get that from? The panel, which I put down here. Bear with me a second. While I just pick all of these up. So, the actual panel for these is this. And sorry, I'm missing the top of my head now, but there we go. So there's 4 fabrics, all based on my sketches of robins. They're 100% cotton. They're printed in the UK. And with this, so you'll have the fabric and 4 sets of instructions to make these 4 bags. All right. So that's the panel. You'll have instructions for this, for the drawstring, for the storage pouch, and for that one. And you can make all of those out of that one panel, but you will need some extra stuff like the lining fabric and a zip, and you'll have some of that fusible, some of the fleece, the firm fleece with it as well. And that's the finishing kit, so you order those separately. You will need extra ribbon. I haven't put ribbon in there. So the finishing kit will mean that you can actually make all of these things as well. So that's that one. Then it's the same. I'll go through these really quickly. It's the same with these panels. You'll get the birdhouse panel with instructions on how to make a bag and a cushion cover. And then there's a finishing kit to go with it, which will give you all the extra fabrics you need, the red spot fabric, 4 zips, 2 magnetic snaps, so that you can make all of those exactly the same as that if you want to. And then with the beach hut panel, which is this one, same deal. So you have the images here. And again, these are all printed in the UK. And the fabric panel comes with instructions to make the bag and the cushion covers. But if you want to make everything there, not with the cushion pads, but the fleece, the magnetic snap, and 4 zips to make to make all of this and over 1.5 meters of fabric. That's the finishing kit to go with it. Have a look on the Create and Craft website, because it's probably going to be a lot easier to see this than it is for me to explain it. And we'll go over it all again in the show tomorrow, I'm sure. But if you have a look on createandcraft.com, just don't buy. Do not buy today, because the prices go down substantially tomorrow. So the show is at 11 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning, and I don't know the website, Create and Craft, Jill, at the moment. If there's any left, I'll have them on the website. If we sell out, I'll have them reprinted on the website, but it's going to take a while. But they will be the same price. So Create and Craft if you want them quicker. What was I going to say? Yeah, have a look on the website, but don't order. Don't order because the prices are wrong. And then the final one is the big bundle with 4.5 meters of fabric through. Those are my birds and bobbins. 0.5 meter of bosal, that's genuine bosal. 4 sets of instructions and 2 zips. So you can make all of these and the rest of them that are dropped on the floor. Can you do me a favour as well, if you are watching? Can you send an email to the studio? Just say, you don't have to buy anything, just say hi, enjoying the show or whatever. If it's your birthday or something, just drop us an email, but nice to hear from you. Where was that, Lisa? Let me know where it is and I'll see if I can take it down. That's a shame. Yes, if you're a member of the Half Yard Sewing Club, you do get a 10% discount, but please don't share it. You've paid for that. Don't share it with anybody else. Keep cool. A bit too loud. It's not cool in here at all. It's really warm. Oh, thank you, Denise. I'm glad you like it. Is there enough fabric in the bird panel for the Half Yard baby? Yes, there is, Laura. You will need extra for the straps. I used a teal canvas for that one. I think it's called teal. But yes, I did use every little scrap of it to make that. Even the lining. I didn't use a different coloured lining. Let me show you. Drop that. It's got the mesh pockets on the inside. You've probably seen that as well. So you need extra mesh, extra for the straps, and then your magnetic buckles and your zip as extras there. In the Ask on the website, in the Ask a Member section on the Half Yard Club website. I'll have a look, Lisa. Thank you for letting me know. I need a spanner, don't I? Janet's on her way to the States tomorrow at 4 a.m, so I won't see Create and Craft. I have to do more packing season. Oh, bye. She says, have a nice time in the States, Janet. Oh, hi, Deborah. Just about done. Thank you, Joan. I'm glad you enjoy it. Right, I'll have a look, Lisa. I'll have a look at that one. Thank you. Cold coffee. What's it like? I tried Facebook Deb this morning, but she was understandably busy. Oh, okay. I shall have a look. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. I'm still a bit nervous. You know, it's. I was saying last week when I was on Create and Craft on Wednesday. I know I've been on Create and Craft for donkey's years with fabrics from Craft Cotton Company and with books from Search Press, but it's the first time it's me as a supplier, and I'm just a bit. I hope you like it. I hope it does okay, and from their perspective as well, because if it doesn't do okay, you don't get asked back again. I'd kind of like to stay for a little while. Hello, Amanda. Foam fleece suitable for fabric books. Is that book covers or actual fabric book? I think that'd be fine. I guess actually that would be nice because it's not too floppy. Let me show you again. It's because it's firm. It is kind of mouldable somehow. It's needle punch polyester, but it's quite firm. So I think for a book that would be ideal because it's not floppy, but you can still sew through it. Thank you, Susan. TG89 number. Connie, don't know what that is. Are you talking in code or talking to somebody else? Oh, hi, Bob. I haven't got Bob cam switched on. I don't think the battery. Oh, she's gone anyway. Oh, there you go. Right, I shall. Oh, I think I need a cold shower. I've lost my mouse. I shall see you again on Wednesday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Free Spirit. You go up there. What we're going to do on Wednesday? I thought we might do a lapped zip. How do you fancy a lapped zip? Because we've done invisible zips, and I've done the concealed zip on the back of a cushion cover, and I think I've done the cushion cover zip a load of times, and we've done a letterbox zip. So I thought we might have a look at a lapped zip as something for a little bit different. I use Sharon a 45mm rotary cutter most of the time. If I'm cutting through lots of layers, so say if I'm cutting through 4 layers of the fleece, for instance, I will use a 60mm rotary cutter, which is a lot bigger. If I'm cutting out dressmaking patterns, I'll use a 28mm, which is quite tiny, and that allows me to go around curves really easy. But for the most part, and most people will use a 45mm rotary cutter, so I hope that helps. Thank you, Dominica. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Angela. What's its name or code? Oh, I don't know what code you're asking for, Elizabeth. Hopefully somebody else can answer you there. You've missed everything, Gail. Everything. Just about to go. Oh, thanks, Ollie. I'll see you next week. What is one of what? So, oh, I think you're talking to each other. What's one of what, Sarah? Oh, a lapped zip. You'll see a lap zip in the back of a skirt, where it looks as though the zip's been set to one side and the fabric folds over the top, but there is a little bit of a technique to actually make the fabric fold over the other side. So I'll show you that on Wednesday. Hope so, Linda. I do hope so. It was a bit worrying. Yeah, Sarah, I hope that's explained. Okay, I can hear squealing granddaughters outside playing in paddling pools, so I'm going to go and, I was going to say I'm going to go and join that. I'm not going to that paddling pool, but I want to go and play. So I shall see you again Wednesday. Thank you for joining me today, and all back to the normal times and everything as from next week. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.